Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Generation Millennium! This is the host Jeff from Madness here, and we are back with Dynamax Adventures. Well, I'm been hunting for messages. And my controller went proper, here we go. And we will continue our hunt. Not for decent back here, because that's going to be watching me repeatedly just do the same things over and over again. Oh hey, when did I get Excel card power-wise? Oh, I think I missed that earlier. Oh, Crazier, okay, Basically happens. Find out a new setup over here. Got a bit of a raised table here. And let's see, you can't, you ignore, and then you ignore. And yes, I'm going to do this multiple quickly. There we go, that one's caught. And I'm also just recording this just on the sheer chance that I finally get the shiny legendary. And hopefully my luck is good because so far the Diamond File, who is switch number 3, has gotten 2 shiny legendaries so far. Palkia, which is kind of funny seeing the mascot of Pokemon Pearl, Palkia, being caught on the OT whose name is Diamond. The Sensei File also caught a shiny Yuxi, so that's 2 of them. And then one of my main save files, Jeffrey, he caught shiny Dialga, Giratina. So I have the space-time trio of Sinnoh taken care of. I got in one the Lake Trio. I want to finish off the other 2 Lake Trio because all of them are transferable as Scarlet and Violet. Chat with the Pokemon Home. Thank you, finally. And eventually I'm gonna also hunt down Crazier and Heatran, but I forget those 2 are the transfer list, but if they're not, I would be I think they were. And player 2, who is the one I currently have 3. Okay, got Dynamax in. And then player 3 who has a Cellroy. Their main job from here at this point onward is just to spam acid spray and everything. Which I have some special attack this year. So usually the path I took is I would go to the left, which is having takes on a Toad in my base, where I have that one shiny. Sorry, can't do it. I did just family. And when family calls, you gotta answer. Oh, what the frick? Oh, Dyna's getting then to get hit by Max Strike, and that's in major danger on this path because this blasted Porygon is not pretty programmed to always get like spam Max Strike on something. It's just like coming out of a Hyper Beam, like that's just guaranteed to KO something because all the mons in this team are squishy, like their special defense is crap. And I mean, right now we're looking at Max Geyser first because I was hoping the Danny would then have access to Thunder. Oh hey, Heal Cheer, yay! And for those of you who may not know, when Thunder is up, Thunder never misses under rain. I should say when rain is up, Thunder and Hurricane, they just never miss. It's not that... Well, their accuracy essentially just becomes infinite, I guess you can put it. It's not 100%. You can send attack them all you want. But as long as rain is up, those moves would never miss. You could double team into your blue into space, it doesn't matter. When rain is up, Hurricane and Thunder never miss. They will always strike their opponents. And now the Porygon is defeated. I am chucking Beast Balls at these guys because I already have you guys shiny Beast Balls, I just want redemption because well, why not? These Pokemon are technically rare, so getting shiny in a Beast Ball is what I would like, even though I already hatched one shiny new Beast Ball from an egg, but again, from Dynamax Adventure, these guys are rare, so I'm gonna go for them. And eventually at some point I need to breed the Galar starters. Like, one thing about Pokemon Home that I love is the fact you can transfer Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet back into Generation 8 the first time backwards compatibility is accessible. So eventually I want to transfer into Beast Ball, Cinderace, and Inteleon back into Sword and Shield, so I can breed them shiny in the Beast Ball, because funny enough, I already have them shiny, hatched from eggs, but just plain old regular Pokeballs, which is boring with a capital B, so eventually I'm going to transfer those guys back and breed them shiny in Sword and Shield, so I will get to that eventually at some point. Because I got Dynamax Adventures and other things, they take priority over breeding at the moment. And you could argue, why don't you do what you used to do, like 2 Dynamax Adventures or Random Paper Online, use your 2 switches, then use switch number 3 to Masuda breed at the same time. Unfortunately at the moment, due to some things with my Guardians, my 2 support switches here are kind of blocked from the internet at the moment, so they can't exactly go on. Well, I mean, switch number 1 here, the one that you're currently watching, can go online, although it's a bit tricky, but if you connect to the internet maybe half the time. Whereas in the other 2 switches, my Switch Lights, they are definitely been blocked. Although if I can convince them to somehow, I don't know, to believe that me streaming and making videos for content and can possibly be a way to make a living, like, hey, as long as I somehow make a living, go fine with essentially anything. So here's a plug. Support me on Patreon, $1 a month. By doing so, you gain access to my Special One Home account, which gives you access to the living dexes for all the Nintendo Switch games. I already have Sword and Shield in there. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl minus Spinda, because Spinda can't be put at home. A friend of mine is helping with Legends Arceus, and Scar and Violet is also in there, minus the Ruined Pokemon and Paradox Legendary. I'm gonna do my best to get those in there since possible, but everything else is in there, so. Oh yeah, and also the Golden Gold is also still missing. I'm still trying to get enough coins to evolve one. But beyond that, everything else should be in there, but yeah, that accounts the tiny forms. Like if you ever want to go back to playing Sword and Shield, or you just recently bought it and you want to join the Dynamax Adventure hunts, yeah, that's my profile is there. So for $1 a month, you have access to that profile, to my home account profile, which has access to all the living dexes. Just be sure to be courteous to everyone, because those Pokemon are there for everyone, not just for one person. So as soon as you take those Pokemon from your account, put them into your account saved, then you go back in, take the Pokemon out of the account and put it back into my account, then you're done. Instantaneous full Pokedex, and as soon as you get to Sir Chester, you're gonna obtain the Shining Charm, which is a little disappointing about that. For Sword and Shield, you have to wait to get to Sir Chester to get your Shining Charm, which is gym number 6. For Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you can get your Shiny Charm as soon as you reach Celadon City. That's gym number 4, but it's a bit of a lengthy adventure from Vermilion City. You have to go back up to Route 9, go to Rock Tunnel, deal with a little bit of Team Rocket stuff in Lavender Town, then head over to Celadon City. As soon as you get to Celadon, I think you enter the building that Brock is standing in front of when he gives you the key item. You enter the building, go to the 2nd floor, then the game director should be upstairs, and he gives you the Shiny Charm. For Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl, for that one, to get the Shiny Charm, you would have to eventually get all the way to, oh god, one life left. But you have to get all the way to the valley, to the Valor Lakefront, I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's like the Valor Lakefront, like it's south of Veilstone or to the east of Pastoria City. There's like a little like vacation house there in the upper left corner. The director's there will give you the catch charm and the shiny charm once your national dex is complete. For that game in particular, you need to have a full Pokédex. Like I do have available inside the home account minus Spinda. If you need Spinda, then just contact me and I'll trade you one directly. And now I'm catching you legendaries and hoping one of them shiny. You would think with access to 3 switches, you would think getting these shiny legendaries would be a piece of cake, but nope. My luck has been horrendous with these guys. And technically this is switch number 2, but I'm going to check it first because it's on screen. And nope, no shinies. Just give me a sec here to check my other switches here. Nope, I don't see anything here on the host switch, so resetting. And now switch number 3. Dang it. I've reset this path so many times and yet... Well, at the very least I know my shiny charm is not broken because... The other night when I was resetting for Tornadus, I got a shiny Noctowl, but I had to let it go because it was on the host switch, and since I didn't want to lose that path, I had to lose that Noctowl, but... I think because of that I know my shiny charm is not broken, but... Well, the funny thing is this Lake Trio path I have here is actually saved on the Spanish save file. Don't ask me how or why I got that set up, but it is how it is, and let's see, maybe check my diet, or... Okay, I can reset the path like 33 more times. That should be plenty. Yep, scientists take your bribe of 10 ore. And go down the list, I select an effort. Alright, now we're ready to go. Let me get this set up. Oops, can I press accidentally press A there. Having this button delay really makes things rather annoying. Alright, let me search there. Dang it. Okay, I pressed Apex and it's on that switch. That time no excuse for that one. Just wasn't paying attention, I suppose. Well, interestingly enough, I actually have a new setup here at home, which would make streaming a little annoying. But in terms of just like the recording setting, it's a bit of an interesting setup. Mostly I just have an elevated table now, which my computer is sitting on top of it, and because of the elevated table I can put my 2 switch lights in front of me. So I have a different setup here. I don't think I ever explored what's on the right side of this path, but considering I want Excelgo over Acid Spray, I always go to the left. And I used to just stay left the entire time, but since I already have a shiny Hoenn Linoon and a Beast Ball from another path on another save file, I decided to ignore that one. And then I also got a shiny Pyukumuku a while back when I was hunting for Yuxi, which, as I mentioned earlier, I already had that one shiny. So then I already have shiny Pyukumuku, and I decided to skip going left, and so now I head to the right, then left, so I can take on Porygon to take down the whatever. I already have a shiny Lillimer, but I want the shiny Porygon, which is why I head in that direction. Just taking a moment to move my selection on those other save files. I have 1 set of hands and 3 switches to control. So technically 2 switch lights and then 1 Pro controller which is connected to my dock. At least I can have a wireless controller I could use, but that runs on batteries and run out of power in the middle of a recording session. That'd be a bad time, so I'm gonna stick with my wired Pro controller for this. Oh man, my Not Slaughter Blind, not a special attack thing go down. That sucks. The one attack I really hope it never uses, but here we are. Oh, come on, you're not out the concussion. Somehow, for some reason, concussion I think uses a higher special attack stat than the Din does. Although here's a fun fact, the Din I think was the Pokemon I was battling against back in Generation 6 when that's when I first learned that electric type Pokemon can no longer get paralyzed. I believe it was back then. I learned that fact. Defense, defense, defense! Oh, I think it's pretty one up or something? Let's see which one it was though. Concentration, so special defense, because this guy's a special attacker. Unfortunately, we're all special attackers here, so that next Flutterby really screws us over. Oh hey, Seeger Scald got the burn. Enjoy seeing Scald here, because in Generation 9, the only Pokemon with Scald is Volcanion. Because they realized just how OP Scald was, but how easily it can burn, so instead they made Chilling Water, which is kind of a nerfed version of it. I mean, not there, Chilling Water, the water doesn't move, it's not that powerful, but it's guaranteed to lower the Pokemon's attack stats, which is pretty good for radiant. In fact, I think some people were messing around with some Terror Raid loot sets with Kyogre, thinking maybe they put Chilling Water on there. Personally, between me and another, well, mostly my friend, considering how much HP and special attack Kyogre has, you can just give it full IVs and IVs between special attacks. And then decide to use Water Spout at the beginning of the raid, and it would dish out a ton of damage. So fish number 3 catches, and these are the two switches to my cactus. You're probably wondering why I'm not catching it for the chance of a shiny, because I already have a shiny Exolgor. I should probably mention that one. So everything on the left side of this path I already have shiny. I'm just catching up switch number 3 because I need Exolgor for this path to work. But since on the right side has a Porygon, I just want to get that rarity. All the little, I wouldn't call it kind of excited this morning, but Porygon is not on a transfer list to Scarlet and Violet, so don't bother with that. Although it could come back in the DLC. I mean, Porygon did come back for the Sword and Shield DLC in the Isle of Armor for some reason, like Honey Mustard's son, I forget his name. He's like in charge of the Cramomatic. And he like gives you a gift Porygon or something. What's his name? Heidi or something? Hyde? Either way, he like just has a random gift Porygon there he can give you. But then if you want to catch Porygon like any Pokeball, you just I just had a thought. Maybe I can catch a Porygon in every single ball so I can guarantee I can breed it in any ball. I had that opportunity in resetting this pack. This is a mad, crazy idea. But for anyone who knows me, I've gone through some crazy stuff. Like I've caught a bunch of different Pokemon, like every single ball available in Sword and Shield. Like this game has a total of 25 different Pokeballs you can catch Pokemon in. I have caught like a bunch of Pokemon, like say all the Alolan starters in every ball. I have caught all of them. All the Twinkle starters in every ball. I caught the Dynamax Milcery, I think, in like every ball. The Alolan Vulpix in every ball. Essentially, anytime there was like a special promo event going on, I did my best to try to catch every Pokemon available in every ball. So, since I have this opportunity here, since I'm resetting for this Porygon, maybe I can catch this Porygon here in every ball. Only downside is if I get the shiny at one point, and it's the ball I want. It's like one shiny in the Beast Ball. That's gonna be so aggravating, but I can take that risk. crazy idea. I shall begin that idea immediately. And Porygon used Dynamax strike that turn. Huh, I'm not complaining. Just wish I could have got them for house without the burn, but... So that's like incoming quick for now. I have to get my for next Crazier first. To ensure that that was not missing. To begin this little challenge, I guess I'll just go in Pokeball order, so Pokeball, you're first. Although considering I'm getting beat by 25 times, I'll save you guys the agony and not have you watch me do all these rounds of catching this Porygon. But I'll finish that off streaming. I have, unless the game decides to be very kind to me now and give me the shiny Mesprit and a Zell before I finish doing this, like, that'd be insane. Like, I have an incentive now to keep doing this, besides just what I'm already doing. And typically when I give myself some kind of incentive, that's usually when the game typically likes to give me shiny, like I was just thinking about hunting like Charmeleon shiny in the Beast Ball on a Zekrom path. Zekrom. So now that I'm thinking about doing this whole Porygon thing, maybe the game will finally decide to give me the shiny Mesprit and Uxie now I have this idea in my head. We'll see. And player 3 has the Dynamax. I'm not going to Dynamax because I want to use Acid Spray instead. Oh, by the way, the computer is always guaranteed to take the Porygon. So that's actually something I want them to do, and god damn it, what I'm going to do is Endure. This is going to be a waste of a turn. Porygon, did you use Owl Play or something? Oh, come on. They both Concursion and the Dennis Mr. Thunder. What the hell? Okay, that was -4. Now it's guaranteed to die. With bonus. Thank you. I want to catch it. I already have this guy shiny. Twice! I have 2 shiny whalers, so I do not need another Theranos, thank you very much. And luckily the computer never takes this, so we're good. We go into the battle with 4 special attackers. In which, on the old route for this, when I used to head for like Noon and Bukibuku, I think the computer replaced their... No, wait. Oh no, there's a scientist down that way, so the scientist replaced their Crazier with a Azumarill. That was that was not helping much on this route, so now they have Porygon and special attackers. Now they can actually help out much better. And because that's a Endure, player 1 Dynamax to Dynamax should be getting Dynamax here. Yep. Then player 3 switch, Crazier Acid Spray, and then Concursion player 2, which is on screen, goes for the Thunder. By the way, player 1, Jade, I attempted to make her look similar to Jade from Jackie Chan Adventure, so hey, if you're going to try to comment on how accurate and then get her to look like, please tell me. Although one of my I decided to make Jade on a Spanish profile. I don't know. Also is Mexican. So I don't know. I'm terrible at languages and all that, so don't roast me for that. I use a second reducing the damage here. No paralysis. Dang it. Either way, multiple according to plan. That's what we're going down this turn. Because if I have to break it now down to -2. I mean -4. That's too much. I'm gonna say it's like 2 acid sprays now -4. That's what we think. We'll just do a lot of here. Nice lightning already on that terrain. Ah, so close. Oh no, who hit it? Who did that hit? That's probably gonna KO someone. Ah, hit this researching. Well, that's life too, but... Oh hey, the paralysis! Not that probably didn't need right now. Oh, come on. Always live on that little sliver, like there's like a built-in focus sash. Like, look at that HP bar, that's like literally, like, that must be like 5 HP or less. Anyway, he's dead now. I think there's bug here on Switch 3, but I just spammed the button, I just wanted to get this over with. Oh, hey, healed you. Not that it matters, this next Silver attacks us, and this break is gone. Yep. Now to get our touches, still too small. Although I hope tossing the default other switches here so I can give... so I have enough time to check percentage one by one rather than having to check them all the time at I typically time it so as soon as the ball hits the Pokemon hits the ground, I let the next one fly. So now that switch number 3 keeps ball fly, and it's just in time for switch number 1 to finish their catch. Which is the one on stream, because they deserve to be shown first. And I see no shiny, so regular Pokeball Porygon, I shall be taking you with me to begin this little collection. Now switch number 2, what do you have for me? I don't see anything here, so resetting that file. And then switch number 3, what do you have for me? And no shinies again. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, trying to turn into some of this Porygon. Let me just quickly go to my boxes here. I was wondering why the boxes were because I kind of need to hit the move button. Anyways, Porygon is now there. Very good. That's one catch down. And 24 more to go. And over here on the host list, pay my Dynamax ore. I'll probably record this particular session up until I catch it in the Premier Ball, I suppose. I just want to look over here and make sure, yep, there's always want to make sure Jade is the host here. Okay, that's it. Ready up over here, and let's get going. Like if people want to write down in the comments what Pokemon they're on the right side here, that'd be an interesting fact to know. Just I only know the fact there's an Excelgor on the left there, which I always head that way because I always want the acid spray. Oh hey, that rhymes. Water break. So what is this now recording? Round number 3 for this guy? That isn't the recording. I've probably hunted this thing over... Yeah, I don't even know how many rounds now. I was hoping I'd get the shiny before I run out of Dynamax or have to restock them. So I guess in the meantime, while we're waiting here, I guess I can entertain you all by trying to name as many cancer Pokemon as possible, maybe. I once took a quiz to try and name them all. And I can name, I believe all the Pokemon up to number 42? Let's try starting out with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree. Okay, that's number 12. Give me a second to make my selections. Number 13, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rattata, Raticate. Oh shoot. I guess these next to mixed up. I think next to I think it's Ekans and Arbok, followed by Spearow and Fearow. Then the Pikachu right to Sandshrew, Sandslash, Nidoran female, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran male, Nidorino, Nidoking, Clefairy, Clefable, and then after that, number 37, I believe that's Vulpix, Ninetales, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Zubat, and Golbat. And then 43, 44, 45, I'm not sure, but I think that's for Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. After which I have a vague idea. And I can tell you what Pokemon are remaining in that box, like numbers 46 to 60. Like I'm pretty sure that the Paris line is there. Venonat, Diglett, Mankey, Growlithe. I think Poliwag is actually number 60. I think Psyduck is there in that box. But heck, instead of just naming off all of the cancer Pokemon, how about I go through like a Let's Go compilation, just take you on a quick journey through Kanto and tell you what Pokemon are located here and there. So starting from Pallet Town, going north to Route 1, Pidgey and Rattata are there, and then depending on your version, Oddish is in Pikachu, and Bellsprout is in Eevee. Then you reach Viridian City, down to the west of there is Route, what number is that? 23? 26? Something like that? The route that leads to Victory Road and all that. There you can find both Nidoran male and female, as well as Mankey and Spearow in terms of new Pokemon. I think there's a chance you can also find Pidgey and Rattata there, but you can ignore this because it's on Route 1. It's north of going back east back to Route Viridian City, then head north to enter Route 2. No new Pokemon there, but you enter the forest, where you can find the Caterpie line of Caterpie, Metapod, and rare chance for a Butterfree, as well as a chance for Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill, although I think the Caterpie line is easier to find in Pikachu, and the Weedle line is easier to find in Eevee. There's also a rare chance for Pikachu to spawn there, as well as the rare spawn there is for Bulbasaur. And after you enter Viridian Forest, you enter northern part of Route 2, no new Pokemon there, then you enter the city, head on east to enter Route 3, where I believe that's where you can start finding diversion exclusives for Howard, Andrew, Pikachu, and Ekans, and Eevee. Also the rare spawn there for Charmander. And then enter Mount Moon. From there, oh, you don't forget to fact you can also buy a Magikarp. That's the Pokemon Center outside of Mount Moon. And then you enter Mount Moon itself, you can find Geodude, Zubats, Paris on the bottom floors, the rare chance for Clefairy, and very rare chance for Onyxes to spawn there, as well as Clefables, just as rare than the supposed rare spawn is Chansey, although obviously I usually find more Chanseys than I do Clefables or Onyxes. You can exit outside of Route Mount Moon, you enter, I believe it's Route 4? And the Pokemon there are essentially the same as you would find on Route 3, so... Well, almost the same. I think you could... And then is Mankey a version exclusive? I think yes, but I think it's Mankey appears there, as well as Psylocke. From there you reach the Cerulean City, and then you head on north to Girls Cottage. That's routes 24 and 25. And then on that route, 24 and 25, same Pokemon hidden behind the Venonat line, rare spawn for Squirtle. I believe if you're playing on Eevee, you can find Nails up there along with Psyduck. Well, Psyduck's not version exclusive, but Psyduck is also up there. And then you head on south of Cerulean City towards Route 5, I believe. You can find Jigglypuff, and I think it's another version exclusive thing. I think Growlithe and Pikachu and Vulpix is in Eevee. Also, I think it's the first area where Pidgeotto can spawn in the wild, although if you caught a Pidgey like all the way back on Route 1, by that point in the game probably already evolved into Pidgeotto, so that's a little route. And did I say Jigglypuff? I'm pretty sure some Jigglypuff also spawns in that area. So you can take the underground tunnel from there, go under Saffron City to enter Route 6. And here's a new Pokemon, I think you can find Abra in the wild there 5% of the time. So it's not really a rare spawn, it's a rare chance to appear. Okay, so for Vermilion City, and then to the east of there is Route 11, which is after Ziggurat's Cave, where you can obviously encounter Diglett and Dugtrio if you're lucky. But then Route 11 itself, in terms of new Pokemon, I believe that's the first route you encounter you can find Wild Eradicate. Although it's similar to Pidgey, by then hasn't even very hard to evolve the Red Cat from Season 1. So it's not even catch Eradicate there, and then is Zero, maybe Zero spawn there? Definitely Zero, it's all about Zero. But in terms of new Pokemon, definitely Drowsy and Mr. Mime is where you can catch those there. Mr. Mime's like pretty rare spawn there. It's not a special spawn, but Chancellor. Definitely rare. Oops, got the Dynamax. Didn't I? Oh well. I don't think I need a Dynamax. This Dynamax is nice to have to just guarantee the capture, not the capture, the defeat. Other than the damage there, as long as everyone else attacks. Yep, how rude. Oh yeah, yeah. And go through ball. And then after you deal with all the stuff from River City, you can go back to River City to the right of there, you reach Route 9. Nothing really new there, although yeah, I'm pretty sure you can find evolutions of Pokemon like that. You can definitely find Hero in the wild as well as Nidorino and Nidorina. And then that gives you access to Route 10, which in terms of new Pokemon, I think you can find Krabby in that patch of grass. No shiny here, so I'll just take that non-shiny Porygon, Great Ball. And I'm not seeing anything else on the host switch here. Next switch number 3. Confound it, no shiny still. And then for Route 10, you're gonna have to enter Rock Tunnel from there. In terms of new Pokemon, you can find Growler in the wild for the first time, as well as Golbat, I believe, and then new Pokemon are like Rhyhorn. I think I said on Route 3, and also by extension Route 4, Special Spawn, you can find Charmander there, that also has a Special Spawn in Rock Tunnel for some reason. I'm not sure I said it, but on Route 24 and 25 as a Special Spawn, Squirtle appears there. So before you even defeat Misty, you can technically be able to get all 3 Kanto starters, which is pretty cool. Although you want to find them in the wild or something, you can also get them as gift Pokemon before then too, so yeah. Well, at least you get a gift Bulbasaur in Cerulean City, gift Charmander on Route 24, and then you have to, I think you have to catch a certain number of Pokemon for them to get those gift Pokemon available. Because there's also gift Squirtle in Cerulean City. I mean, not Cerulean, Vermilion City. Which is, I never liked that placement because it, I mean, that's right there for the electric gym, so like giving a water type, yeah, not exactly beneficial. And let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about Rock Tunnel. Technically, Charmander's a special spawn, but then the really rare spawn there is Kangaskhan. Like, last time I played Let's Go games, I just went out of catching everything just for the sake of the online Patreon account for home, just to have the Let's Go living deck there. Kangaskhan took like an hour or two to appear. Like, I must have seen what must have felt like 100 Charmanders before that Kangaskhan showed up, so I had really bad luck. And then from there, you use Rock Tunnel to reach the bottom half of Route 10, no Pokemon there, reach Lavender Town. Oh, I forgot, Rock Tunnel also has Cubone and Machop. And then you enter Lavender Town, you have to deal with some stuff at the Pokemon Tower. Which in terms of Pokemon you can find in Pokemon Tower, you can't do it just yet. But you can find Pokemon there, so I guess I'll skip that for now, because then you have to head on over west towards the... What route is that? I think it's Route 8? Yeah, Route 8. I think if you enter the patch of grass there, there's a chance, depending on what version you're playing, that a wild Arcanine or Pikachu or Ninetales and Eevee can appear in the wild, as well as like Kadabra, I believe. Beyond that, I think it's like anything new wise in that vicinity. You take the underground passage that leads you to Route 7, I believe. In that area, you can also encounter the same Arcanine slash Ninetales, Kadabra, Abra, Growlithe, or Vulpix. But in terms of new Pokemon, I think Porygon spawns there. So it's kind of funny, because you can, in the original game, you can buy Porygon from the game corner, so just practice figuring out to stay outside of the game corner. It's pretty easy. And then once you're done with all the game corner stuff, it's in Rocket and Celadon City. Then you can access to the Silk Scope, which then allows you to see the Pokemon in the Pokemon Tower, which you go to Lavender Town. Which means you can now see and then catch Ghastly, rare chance for a Haunter, and on rare occasions, also Cubones and Zubats can appear in the Pokemon Tower, which I found to be rather annoying. I prefer to just go with Sector 1 only. I think Chansey can also appear as a special spawn for some random reason. And after which event you then obtain the Poké Fruit, which unlocks routes Route 12 all the way to 18, essentially. You can just head whichever direction you want. You can either head south of Lavender Town, or you can head west of Celadon City to continue the journey. If you decide to head on west of Celadon City, which is down to Route, I believe it's 16, 17, and 18, which is essentially which leads you to the disputed cycling path. You can find the Duo line, as well as the Ponytail line there, with a bunch of other Pokemon. Oh yeah, I think Eevee can also spawn there in both versions. I got dang it, this Solborn. Man, I wasn't really paying attention, but it must have been spamming Max Flutter by that. That's the only way you could survive against attacks. And now my Dynamax is right now. Now my Dynamax order is not screwed up. So screw you. So I don't force you to try to reset the stats, so goodbye Flutter. And then oh, of course I have to use Max Flutter by again! Lose my stats effect even more! Screw you! You're not someone else, probably not someone else. Yep, you're not someone else. Screw you. My max special attack is probably trash. I'll just find it dead. Well, that completely screwed up my Dynamax order. But then after you finish with the cycling path area, then allows you to reach Fuchsia City, which is where the well, I guess the Go Park and Let's Go, that's what it is. No new Pokemon there. But essentially the same destination if you decide to head south from Lavender Town, which lets you cut through routes 12, 13, 14, and 15. Which there are quite a few Pokemon you can encounter there. I pretty much recommend that you head to the second path first so you can reach Fuchsia City so you can unlock the surfing technique from the guy in the Pokemon Preserve area. Because there are quite a few water Pokemon you can now encounter. Like all the way back on Route 6, the one between Saffron and Vermilion City. On the water there, you can... That's the only place you can find Goldeen and Sea King if you're lucky enough. Now that you have Surf, you can head back to the... I think it's Route 12, you can find... That's the place you have to find, where you can find Horsey and Seadra in the wild, if you're lucky enough. chance you can also find Tentacool and Tentacruel in the water, pretty much anywhere at that point. Also, there's a chance for Magikarp to be splashing around. I don't know if Gyarados ever spawned in the wild. Oh dang, Goldenrod burning everything. And who did that Max Strike? Who is dead? Someone's definitely gonna be dead. I didn't hear that sound, so that's easy. Oh, come on. Look at the HP, he's just so close. I'm gonna forget this to see though, because all my other Pokemon can attack. I think I lost track. I think next is Ultra Ball. But besides all those water Pokemon on those particular routes, and I believe I said Krabby could be found on Route 10, but also I think on the land area of those routes, I think Krabby also spawns there. But in terms of new Pokemon, I believe Farfetch'd can be found in those vicinities. But then if you go all the way down, I believe it's Route 15, the one that's to the east of Fuchsia. That's like the area where some wild Venomoth can spawn. They all form of Venomat. And also that's the only area where wild Tauros can be found, and the version exclusive. I think it's Pinsir and Pikachu and Scyther and Eevee. I think some wild Gloom or Weeping Bell, depending on your version, can also spawn later. And of course, Chansey is always everywhere for a special spawn. And now that we have Surf, we can reach a bunch of other areas, like go back to Route 10, take a water soaking path down there, to the power plant, so you can catch a bunch of electric types. Give me all of here with my new selection. Like a bunch of electric types, like the rare spawn there. There's Electabuzz that can appear there. Electric types can be like Voltorb, Electrode, Magneton, Magnemite, and their version exclusive, I believe they get coughing and wheezing can appear in Pikachu, and then Grimer and Muck and Eevee. Pretty long switch those two around. And of course the power plant is the home for legendary Pokemon Zapdos. And let's see some of the water. From there you can fly back to Pallet Town, head down south, this little patch of grass there on that water route. You can catch Tangela there for a new spawn up there. There's also a great chance that a wild Vileplume or Victory Bell, depending on your version, can appear there, although I don't know if anyone even bothers to catch it there, unless you just want to save yourself the agony of getting a single leaf stone, then I guess you can do those catches, although the chance of them spawning is pretty darn rare. I almost never see them there. But in terms of on the water, heading down south towards Cinnabar Island, that's where you can start catching Staryu. Don't think Starmie's in the wild, so that's definitely when you're catching a evolve with a water stone. When you reach Cinnabar Island, into the Pokemon Mansion, that's where you can find Magmar into the new Pokemon. And then the version exclusive Coffin / Grimer line can be found there as well, with some wild Raticate, the special Chansey. And in the basement, also that's where you can find Ditto. You then can typically head to the east of Cinnabar Island, where you can find Seacombe Island, a lot of Pokemon there. I think that's only a location you can find no coastline, the steel line. Squirtle can be a special spawn there as well. The Jinx line. I think that's just the land encounter. In terms of water, you can also find Shelter. I think maybe the rare chance for Cloister, don't quote me on that. Although Tentacool, and I think rare chance for Tentacool evolutions can be found in those waters, but again, it's kind of rare. And of course, legendary bird Articuno is its home there. And with the water surrounding the view from islands, so like that one interconnected routes that's between Cinnabar Island and Fuchsia City. I think you can also find a wild Lapras in those areas. Yes, where the sneeze coming from. Excuse me. Let's see, we got anything else? Oh, there's also the way to, on the way to Victory Road, that is one route, I forget what number that is. But that's like that's the only location you can find Executes, and on rare occasions evolution Exeggutor. And on more rare occasions you can also find Nidoking and Nidoqueen, if available instead. And inside Victory Road, this is where you can find a wild Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, as well as a wild Rhydon, and wild Choke as well, I believe. And that's for the new encounters. And then after that, the only other location I can think of, I don't think oh yeah, that was Victor Red also houses legendary Pokemon Moltres. Almost forgot him. But then beyond that, only other place to encounter is Cerulean Cave, which is a place where you can find wild Lickitungs and Snorlax, and of course the final legendary Pokemon Mewtwo. Beyond that, I think I covered every single Pokemon. And then legendary here, so I'll just take my free for it. Thank you. No shiny Apple Switch, resetting. And nothing on switch number 3. Let me check the battery life on these guys. Battery's starting to run a bit low on these guys. I think I have enough battery to last for you at least one more GA. Communicating. And yep, the order's correct. Let's begin this next round. What is it, round number 4 or 5 on stream? Well, not on stream, but on recording. In which, if I counted correctly, I should be chucking my Master Ball at this Porygon. But yeah, I pretty much countered all the places you can find all the Pokemon in the wild in Kanto. Maybe I missed a few Pokemon here and there. Although I'm pretty sure I missed on a lot of evolutions because some of them are in the wild. Like for example, Meowth is, I think there's exclusively easy, you can find Meowth in the wild, like north of Cerulean City with 2425, but I don't think you can find Persian in the wild. Those routes where Farfetch'd is, what is that, 13 or so, I think. So you can find some Krabbies out there. I don't think you can find Kingler in the wild. Oh, now I remember a big one that I missed. On Route 10, when you're surfing down to the power plant, that's where you can find Dratini, and on Rare Canyon, Dragonair. Oh wow, when I was catching Pokemon for the home account, I got lucky. I came across 2 Dragonairs, and I managed to catch both of them. Like, you know how rare it is to counter Dragonair, not to mention how hard it is to actually catch them? Yeah, I got very lucky there. Although, maybe I should have waited to post. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered with that. I should have just caught the 1 Dragonair and the team, and I should have waited to post game to catch the Dragonite Star flying in the air, but... Oh yeah, the fossils! How can I forget about the fossils? You can pick up the Dome on Helix Fossil in Cerulean City. The Old Amber is located in the Pewter City Mansion. You're taking you to the laboratory on Cinnabar Island, and you can revive your fossils. Although if you're in post game, you can go to the second floor Cerulean Cave. The crystal in the middle has a random chance of giving you any one of the extra fossils. You can get more Dome Fossils, more Helix Fossils, or more Old Ambers if you want to get more fossils for some reason, but shiny hunt them, then yeah. And apparently there's a way you can boost the game to give you more items. So how it works is after you save in front of that crystal, after you already got whatever fossil or item that you want from that said crystal, then you have 2 switches, and on the switcher you want to hunt the items on, you go into a trade, and when you want to trade in session, you can then quickly go into your settings and move your game forward by 1 day. And then once you go back into your game, you can then select and then talk to the crystal. Apparently, if you do it correctly, you technically skip over 1 day, and then you can just use that method to farm for more of the fossils. So I guess that's kind of a glitch you can use if you really want to. Beyond that, Let's Go doesn't really have much in the way of glitches. Unless you want to call it a bug, because sometimes some Pokemon they spawn very close to each other. And if you interact with those Pokemon, like you touch them to enter like the battle catch section, you'll engage into the catch strain for one of those Pokemon, but then this other one that was sitting right next to will then despawn most of the times. Which unfortunately, if that Pokemon happens to be a shiny, you might end up losing that shiny because those 2 Pokemon were like right next to each other. It's a rather lame bug. Very lame bug. But hey, hopefully it just never happens. And you just have to be careful when you're running around. Yeah, that's all we can do. Pokemon I could speak of. There's still plenty more Pokemon like the trade evolutions, like the Viper to Alakazam, Graveler to Golem, Haunter to Gengar, but Choke to Chance. And a bunch of stone evolutions like the Pikachu from Verdant Forest, Thunderstone to Raichu. The 3 EVs you can find on Route 17/Spectrum Road, Evolved to Victoria and Jolteon on Flareon. The Shelter you can find in Fusion Island, Waterstone to Shelter. And Bloom or Weeping Bell, Leafstone to Bioplume or Victory Bell. some of the stone evolution, like I think the water stone has the rope in Kanto. Oh yeah, that in the water section on the way to Victory Road. I think that's the one of the few locations where you can find Poliwag or Poliwhirl on rare occasion. You need a water stone to evolve that to Poliwag. I covered everything. I mean, it's a 150 Pokemon. Cut me some slack if I missed something. Guild Master Ball, you'll never see me do this normally. Imagine if this one was a shiny. And now you're probably wondering if I should run through Johto while I'm at it. Hell no, Johto is... I mean, well, one thing. Johto is controversial because of the fact that not all the Johto Pokemon are located in Johto, like... And I think I have to find Houndour at night on Route 18, and on Route 7 I think at nighttime that's where Murkrow is in the Johto game, so no wait, Route 18 I think that's where Slugma is. Murkrow, I think it's also... I think Route 7 has both Houndour and Murkrow? Don't quote me on that. But yeah, the fact that all the Johto Pokemon cannot be found in Johto is rather controversial. And the fact that some Pokemon like say Mr. Vest and Pupitar or Larvitar, you can't find them in case of Mount Silver. There's another kind of ruins that on its own. But yeah, the Pokemon are awesome, but like you can't use them until post-game. It's like, not even just post-game, but like end the post-game, like until the end of the adventure. So by that point your Pokemon are probably somewhere around level 50-ish, and then the fact you catch just one pseudo legendary who needs to get to level 55 to evolve. Especially in a game where getting levels is extremely difficult. Yeah, it has like a big slap in the face. And speaking of slaps in the face, Wailmer, did you endure on us? We call it Wailmer. That's all we have to throw away. But for other Pokemon, like Johto is also confusing in terms of just tracking down all the Pokemon because like for one, the starters are in the wild, you only get them from Professor Elm. And then there's like the 8 different baby Pokemon lines for like Pichu, Igglybuff, Cleffa, Togepi, Tyrogue, Magby, Smoochum, and Elekid. And then there's all like the trade item evolution. Like you need a King's Rock to get Slowking and Politoed, and you need Metal Coat to get Helix and Scizor. Dragon Scale to get Kingdra. Upgrade to get Porygon 2. It's a whole mess. And I saw that Johto also had his version exclusives, like Gold got the Teddy Ursa line, and Silver got the Fancy line. Silver got, I think, Ladybug. Gold got Ladybug, and Silver got Spinarak, I think is how it worked. Not to mention like those two also time exclusives, like Ladybug can only be found in the morning, and Spinarak is supposed to be the daytime, nighttime. Tons of light. Porygon, could you please use a special attack, not that foul play. Foul play is physical attack and doesn't take advantage of this acid spray I'm using here. Yeah, they're trying to keep track of like, not just keep track but also just like obtain everything. The Johto Dex is just in like, it's probably one of the most convoluted Pokedexes. I mean, you would think with only 100 Pokemon, it'd be easy, but no, just the way you have to obtain all those Pokemon is very convoluted. Like, you might think I'm exaggerating a bit here, and I kind of am, but I mean, put in numbers like this, like 9 Pokemon are starters, that's almost 10% of the Pokemon right there. Then you take like the 8 baby Pokemon plus their evolution for Togetic and Hitmon top, that makes 10, so that's like 19. Oh god, another one life. Oh hey, Frozen Respite. Is it gone? Whew, that was close. And then you have the 6 legendary Pokemon, the 2 Box Shark, the Mythical Celebi, and then the 3 legendary Beasts. That's 6 Pokemon there. So let's see, 10 there, 9 there, 7 there. Essentially that's over 25, so a quarter of the deck was already used up to this exclusive Pokemon, then you end up looking at other stuff, it just becomes a real big mess. Still no shiny here, what the heck. Yeah, so I'll take my Porygon. Not gonna use other save files. Still nothing. Ugh. Not even a single shiny. I don't care if it's legendary, I just want a shiny Porygon. And switch 3, also nothing. So, well, this recording session has essentially been a flop. Yeah, I guess I'll go for one more. I don't want to end catching on just a Master Ball, I want to hit the Premier Ball. Plus also record just me attempting to go through all these chances. Alright, let's begin. Round, what is it, round 6? You would think for us content creators who are just doing Diamond's adventures on the fly, you'd think we'd have a script ready for entertainment value, but nope. Everything I've been saying thus far has just been on the fly. As Animaniacs used to say, the writers thought we had no script, why bother to rehearse? I'm essentially the same way. I have no script here. I'm not rehearsing anything. Everything is essentially ad-lib, on the fly. So while what's viewing on screen may be the same and completely repetitive and boring to you, who knows, maybe my voice is actually entertaining enough for you guys. Just let me know if the gameplay audio is too loud, and for the next recording session I'll make sure the volume is toned down. And of course we have to use that flutter volume turned on. Of course. Oh damn it, that puts me horrendous. Somehow get critical hits. Crazier, could you please attack another substitute? That's one thing I hate about Crazier, the fact that 75% of the time he will use substitute on turn 1. At least here on round 2, looking at damage, looks like it was... never mind, I was gonna say we're guaranteed to knock it out, but nope. We just had to use Flutter Bot again! Therefore our stats are reduced again! So now we're down to put this horrendously low. Yeah, it looks like the Crazier out of the substitutes, okay, so that means no one else took damage. Good, good. So if we go attack this turn, then we hopefully should have enough damage output. Hopefully, we're fighting 2 special attacks each and looks like our damage is now horrendous. One more attack. Nope, -2. Our special attack is terrible. We need one more turn. Although, given how much little damage we did, I have my doubts that we'll knock this out. Like, oh my god, -2 special attack. Oh hey, you reset, thank you! The band has max flutter again. Oh, horrendous, thank you! Now Thunder won't miss you. You just seal your face. Use the trap issue too now. Thank you. Excelgor got such a screw himself over. Catch over there, and then these 2 switches. Goodbye. Move the switches to the right, and now head toward Porygon. And, well, my luck against Excelgor was both good and bad simultaneously. I mean, in fact, he reset the stats, so therefore those -2 special attacks were... he just neutralized that, thank you, and then he set the Rain Dance. Like, if the max lightning the Concurgence Thunder would definitely kill him, so he essentially just sealed his own fate. Now I'm thinking of a line from Spyro. Hey Shorty, maybe I can help you. Yep, if you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still, I promise. I like that idea. Dragon, you just sealed your fate! That was probably a bad impersonation of Spyro though, but I did my best. Then again, that's completely on the fly with no rehearsal, so I probably can do way better with rehearsal time. But anyone else could, so... Leave your the comments down below. Is my performance terrible or not? Oh, you probably didn't hear that one question I just made about me making comments because Concurgence is being too loud in that. I should remember to not try to speak when those animations are going. Yay, paralysis! He's paralyzed. He's paralyzed. He's paralyzed. Oh god dang it. Actually, like 3 kills. Is that Cedral? Wow, one turn Porygon. And open Mirror Ball. sure I'll be catching Porygon and all the other balls off stream. I mean, for one, these Porygons have different IVs and natures each time, and they're being caught different balls, and none of them are shiny, but hey, I'm just catching for the chance of having a different ball in case I ever want to breed them in different balls, so... Or if people ever want to get them a different ball, I can offer this kind of stuff. These are the kinds of things I can offer on my Patreon. If you want me to catch a Pokemon in a certain ball and get it to you, I can do it. Or if you want me to breed your Pokemon shiny or something, I can then find it in any ball and then attempt to Masuda breed it shiny. No guarantees I'll get it, because my Masuda odds, or rather my Masuda luck, when Masuda breeding is all over the place. I mean, like, my best luck ever was, like, was 4 eggs for shiny Kanto Ponyta, like. I hadn't fully set up my Ponyta yet, like, I was still, like, getting its IVs, trying to get one with 5 good IVs. The nature is there, the egg moves were there, but the IVs weren't ready yet, which it would take maybe the next, I don't know, like, it takes me somewhere around 15 eggs to finally get a good 5 IV Pokemon while breeding. But then when a Kanto Ponyta came on egg number 4, yeah, that's my fastest hunt ever. Good, no Endura. So this guy should be a bottom. Hey, Paralysis. Not bad. Now Porygon finishing off. Thunderbolt? Lovely. He should be it. Yep. Goodbye, Thanos. So last time in this video. And that was the last time in this hunt. Not by a long shot. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Masuda breeding. And my worst luck for the Masuda breeding was for a Alolan Vulpix. I wanted up to 1,862 eggs. So yeah, that's a lot. And some people had even worse luck Masuda breeding. I don't know how they could have even worse, but when you get break sometimes you can get them within a couple hundred or less, and then sometimes you go up to 1,000. Like I did a couple of times. I think when I hit 1,000, I did it for like maybe like Kanto Mr. Mime, Kanto Farfetch'd, and maybe 1 or 2 other Pokemon. But beyond that, I was pretty lucky, and I usually catch the shiny somewhere around like 500 eggs or less, sometimes within the 200 or less mark. It's all up to the game's RNG. Sometimes you can have a really quick hunt, sometimes you can have a very short one. Like the very first Pokemon I officially Masuda hunted in Sword and Shield was for Galarian Slowpoke, and I got that within like 59 eggs, so not bad to start things off. Oh hey, Frozen Master. Lovely. Although I didn't get Thunderbolt. Oh, they're frozen, I'm not going to complain, as long as you stay frozen. Dynamax over there to ensure I get the damage to... Actually, no. I didn't try to move the body with the Dynamax. With the -4 coming on, it's definitely going to die to a single attack. Oh well, but it's just a start. Definitely don't want to make sure that Thunder doesn't miss. On top of that, in case Porygon does something stupid like foul play, it's not going to have enough damage. So I go -4 by the defense. The next line should be next, I believe. Your desperation doesn't matter, you're dead. Hasta la vista, Mesprit. Wait, what? Just revive that? Screw you. But now you're gone. You ruined my farewell speech, Mesprit. You better redeem yourself by being shiny. Ground, Pokeball number 2 goes flying. That one hit the ground, so Pokeball number 3 now goes flying, just in time as for catch number 1 to finish up. And who do we have here? And of course I'm shiny. So I guess I'll just grab my Premier Ball Porygon. Switch, Host Switch, how about you? Nope, Host Switch has nothing. And what about you, switch number 3? 3 Pokemon here, 1% each odds. And nothing here either. God dang it. Again guys, you would think with 3 switches my chances of getting shinies would be increased, but nope. I went through like what, 60 A's recorded, but no chance of shiny. I mean, not even a single shiny anywhere. But let me check on my spoils of my idea. Use the first Porygon Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball, then Premier Ball. So that's 5 I caught there. Next up will be Heal Ball. And then I believe next after that here would go to Net Ball, Nest Ball, Dive Ball, Dusk Ball, Timer Ball. Then I think the Quick Ball. We'll move down to this slot over here. We would have the Repeat Ball, followed by the Luxury Ball. Then we move into Apricorn area, Fast Ball, Friend Ball. And I think it's the Lure Ball is next, followed by the Level Ball. Then down here will be Heavy, Love, Moon, Dream, Safari, Sport, and finally spot 25 down here will be Beast Ball. And who knows? I caught 5 here, 20 more to go. Maybe one of those 20 will be shiny. Although I really hope I get a shiny Mesprit before then. Although heck, imagine I got both shiny Mesprit and Azelf before I finish getting this Porygon thing. Or heck, if I get one of them on the host switch, this path goes bye-bye and I have to halt this little Porygon idea for some other time. But although catching the Master Ball one is kind of a moot point, considering if you try breeding down a Master Ball couple one just becomes a regular Pokeball, so kind of moot to do that. But hey, just want to say I got a Master Ball Porygon here. What nature is it anyway? Wait, does that say adamant? My eyes are deceiving me. Yeah, I think that says adamant. Lol. I'm not gonna bother checking the other ones, but yep, this little video here, just mostly just for content. Maybe I'm desperate for content, but it's something. Don't know what else to record at the moment that I can record. So yeah, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and if you're interested in joining the Patreon to support me, $1 a month, so you can get access to the special home account, which I have all the living dexes in at the moment. Yep, you can access to that to $1 a month, and you can cancel your subscription to Patreon at any time. Just even if you support me just for the single month, I'm happy for any support you can offer me, because more support to me means I can spend more time playing Pokemon and help out the Pokemon community even further. And on top of that, if you want to be a Patreon supporter, I also am attempting to work on a light novel in my spare time, and I upload any new chapters to my Patreon when I can, so keep an eye out for that. Not to mention, if you can send me comments and feedback on the current chapters that are there, then that'd be even more wonderful. Other than that, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that other YouTube stuff to help the analytics, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Take care! Once I find the end button. This was the last thing for a stream recording session thing. Alright, take care, y'all.